Okay, we're playing Puzzle Rush. Try to get to 40. Try to explain every single move. This is a mate in 1 because the queen covers all these. The king can't escape because it's blocked by its own piece. It's a mate in 1. We got the battery. Bishop defends the square, and the queen checkmates the king. I guess we just take the free rook. So I'm kind of surprised it's not just an easy mate in 1 back rank mate. That's what they usually do in chess.com for the first like 10, 20 puzzles in Puzzle Rush. See, this is a back rank mate in 3. Check, take the rook, take the queen. Yep. But eventually it'll get pretty interesting. Back rank mate in 1. Yep. Okay. Okay, I went a little too fast. I'm trying to explain everything, but these are just patterns. Remove the defender. You give checks, so you make the king move. So here we sacrifice the queen for the rook. It's check, so they're forced to take with the bishop. Then we basically remove the defender. The rook is no longer there, so this rook goes in the back rank and it's mate. So mate 2 in total. See, we have a check here, and we also have a bishop here, so this is actually mate in 1 because nothing can block this diagonal. And it's the classic 2 diagonal checks giving mate to the queen. It's probably a fancy name for that I haven't yet learned somehow, but it's on my to-do list. Learn all the checkmate patterns. Very important. So another back rank mate here. Sacrifice, yep. It looks like we got a fork here. Okay, we're gonna check. I guess we just attack the rook. Yeah. Logical. This is a beautiful move, sort of. I guess it's deflection. Or again, it's remove the defender, but it's deflection. Or actually, attraction. I guess attraction, or yeah, probably attraction would be better defined, because after the queen moves, the queen's no longer defending this. So again, queen delivers checkmate, bishop defends, so the king can't take. Oh, wait. Oh my god, dude, I mouse slipped. Alright, I totally messed up the move sequence. Like, I knew what to play, but I was talking so much, I forgot to play the correct first move. That can't happen again. Like, what the heck? Okay, so we go. It's kind of like the fishing pole trap, I think. Because after we take this knight with the pawn, then the rook and the queen have a battery in this file. Studying mate in 1. Or 2 different mate in 1, so it should be undefendable. Yep. Interesting pattern. Usually there's a knight here that blocks these escape squares, but this time there's a king. Queen check. Anywhere the king moves. Queen goes here is made the next move. And the escape square is blocked by the knight. So that's very good. See what this looks like live. Whatever. I guess I don't need to have that playing. That's gonna add more stress to my computer. We can't take here because it's 2 defenders, 2 attackers. Okay, so it must be sacrificing the rook, because the queen covers the square, the escape square, and after the king takes, this next rook can come in, deliver check on this file, right? So rook takes, king's forced to take, rook here's check, because queen covers this, so simple checkmate. Okay, queen blocks, so it's actually mate 3, not mate 2. Queen sack, win the pawn? Oh, not queen sack, queen trade. Queen trade, win the pawn. but then it's even material. But is there some sort of winning idea somehow? Oh, I know what the winning idea is. It's the move order again. First, you sack the rook, then you take the queen. And if the king's probably just going to move over instead of just giving away the queen immediately. So we bring the rook back over to check once again. Then they're going to have to take the rook, because if not, then the queen and the rook both attack the queen. So it's going to be queen takes and mate. That's right. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. I'm not going to go over all that again, I suppose. So 0 viewers still. Is that just a checkmate? But there's an escape square. There's gotta be something here like that. No. Or is it this move? Doesn't make sense, right? Queen, check. And this is forced. Forced moves are best usually. Do we go here? What's the point? Probably just queen back, or king moves. I think this makes sense. And then knight check. Therefore, this is forced. Oh, and this is mate then, right? Perfect. That's a little hard to see. You gotta visualize that well. Right. So in this position, knight goes here and checks, covers the square, cover it in checks. So the king's forced to go to the left. At that point, since the knight is here, the queen is here, and the queen will be here, the knight will be here, and this queen will be there. So that's going to be a checkmate, and the queen is going to block the escape square. Is this a mate in 1? Like, what are we doing? Oh, I'm a check. That's what we're doing. This is a hard one, I think. There's so many options. How about, okay, no checks. Okay, rook takes. Why this is easy. What? It can't be anything else. I'm speechless. This is just a winning of a queen. This is a discovered attack. Because it's a check. Beautiful, simple thing there. Is this going to be something? Or do we... Where's the tactic at? Nope. Okay, well... King can take or pawn can take, so that doesn't do much. If we trade, doesn't do much. No, it's annoying. How do I figure this out? I'm always willing to cheat on the puzzle so that I can get to like 40 or 50. So I just want to learn the patterns of the high level puzzles. I need to make a note for this content I was going to do. Checks, capture, stats. Start there. Forcing moves. Almost works if there's a queen here. King takes. We gotta check. We remove the defender. Is this for swing a pawn? Try to move the defender of the queen. And then if queen takes queen, knight takes queen. That's boring, but I mean it should work. Okay, let's just verify that. Not about to waste all my time here. Oh my god, I missed a check. Checks captures threats. You don't want to capture a pawn. It's not forcing enough. You gotta check. The pawn, this knight is defended. Oh, and yeah, that's how we win the queen. Duh. instead of removing the defender with the knight, we defend it with the pawn, which is more forcing because it's check. And the idea is the bishop covers these two squares, and the knight covers this square. I guess it's kind of like a mating net. And then we win the queen after pawn takes. But we forgot to find the opponent's best response, which we always need to do. Queen takes. Should I just move the pawn forward? Because then the queen is pinned to the king with my bishop, and queen is defended as a bonus. It doesn't matter. This has to be correct because my opponent doesn't have any forcing moves, except for taking the bishop, which is a sacrifice of the queen. And there's no checkmate, so it has to be the move. So they're forced to take. We got this perpetual option, but this is an easy one actually, so hopefully you can follow all this, right? So if king moves and attacks the rook, queen here is mate, ladder mate. There's two files are covered. So therefore, the opponent must capture the rook with the pawn. We take with check. King goes over, and what we're gonna do is check the king again with the queen, so that the king goes back, and then we can add another attacker to add another piece to our attack. I don't know, add another toy to the party, like Morphe style. It's one of the principles of attacking. You need to bring in more pieces, not just use the same piece over and over. So that's going to be something, mate in like 5 or 6. No viewers still, but I'm live, 12 minutes. Okay, but maybe bad times, like 6 p.m. So if I go here, it's a stunning mate, except they escape. If I need to take the rook, I'm just winning the rook actually, yeah. But first we do forcing moves, checks, capture, studs. That's gonna be not a checkmate, but this is checkmate. Yeah, so the same pattern. Where this knight's here, and the king's here, and the rook is here. So the knight covers the rook, which gives check, and then the escape square is covered by, or blocked by a friendly piece, and the escape square is covered by the knight. So what was the move order we said? First we do check, and then a check, then mate. Check. Check. It's gotta be somewhere, right? Oh boy. Still no viewers. Well, we can't do this because that just brings the queen in. What are the options? This is only check, I guess, that works. It's likely. And they could block. They can't block now because then I have two attackers. The rook and the queen attack the rook. So I think they have to. Oh my god! Knight takes. Knight takes. Knight takes. Why did I not see that? But maybe that's still correct. Wait, that's still correct. Yeah. Knight takes doesn't work. Rook check. But I can go back. Oh, it does not work. Yeah, I don't have time for that. What the hell is the move then, if that's not the move? Sacrificing. Okay, this is what that is the move, obviously. No. But I saw that idea in the previous plan that I was trying to accomplish, but because I saw the pattern where this pawn covers these two escape squares and we're going to double up the rooks. This is so obvious. This is the most forcing move, better than taking the pawn. So after king takes, forced, because otherwise, the queen's covering all these escape squares, rook blocks. So queen takes, king takes, rook check, king down, either way. It's got two options, but say go just left. Then the next rook comes in, that's me. So far, we've easily got to 27. And this is mate in 1 because bishop covers these 2 escape squares, queen covers that, queen defends, and bishop is the executioner that delivers the mate. Simple mate in 1 for number 27. That's simple. We give a check to attack the king, remove the defender. King takes, king chases, pawn's always 1 step ahead. Simple in-game for once. We got 2 options for check, 3 options for check. So process of elimination or start with the most likely one, which is, well, we're doing both, I guess, but queen check here. 3 options, 2 of them lose one of them loses the queen, the rook from the queen, so English. But then we have the rook sack, right? And a pawn takes, rook comes in or queen comes in, 2 attackers, 2 defenders, but the king is not a real defender. No, 1 defender. King is 1 defender. Yeah, that's why it makes sense. So that's why I can't go there because it's rook sack, which I'm just gonna assume works. So they just move. I'm just bringing in the queen here, I guess, and the rook is here. That's gonna be not a mate yet, but it's very good. Probably gonna win the queen potentially. But this seems like the best defense. Oh, there's also queen blocks. Oh, I didn't even see that. Well, I don't know. First, let's try this one. I guess no. Rook takes. Skewer the king, and we just take the queen with the rook. So none of these 3 options work, but fortunately, I did find the opponent's likely best response at the last minute. Check, block. Wait, can we still do this? Rook takes, king takes, queen takes. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do we go here check? No, we just do this. Yeah, same idea as the other one. Yeah, I like this because knight covers this escape square. But the rook is going to come back and defend if we go here. So I'm thinking this actually might be better. That's going to be mate. Yeah, that's a lot of moves. That's mate, I think. And yeah, they can't go here. It's mate. I'm gonna check. I'm stupid. How do we defend this mate? Like, we can't block with the rook. It's mate, yeah. Queen pattern. It's blocked and this is guarded by the rook. So king takes bishop should be forced if you're not forced, but like it's necessary if you don't want to lose material. That doesn't work. Okay. I guess queen check, rook defends, and the queen doesn't have this check as a knight. And there's no check here. There's no defender. Rook check instead of queen check. Durr. And we can't do that because if queen takes on this square, it's checkmate because this is the pattern I just showed. Queen covers all of these squares, and these 2 are blocked. So, oh no. Board division for the win. Queen blocks, and then we're just up a rook. So yeah, you had to see all that from the very beginning, which I did not see, but we use logic and we get it correct one way or the other. This looks nice. This actually might be better because then we have the queen can move and the rook can stay there. We don't want the pieces to be cramped. It's kind of like the thing I was talking about earlier, where we want to bring as many pieces. We want to bring in as many pieces as we possibly can. And so kind of the same idea, but slightly different, where you don't want to have all your pieces in the same area of the board. You want them a little bit spread out so they can coordinate better. So rook would be here, and queen would be down here or something, instead of the rook here and queen here. And as I was just seeing, I think this check, if nothing else, picks up this bishop. Now I should try to calculate to the very end, to the horizon where there's no more forcing moves, as a discipline, just to improve my chess. So let's attempt. What can this? Okay, we actually also have a queen check here and a queen check here. Since this one doesn't seem too good, let's go for this one up top first. I'm looking for a tactic where I sack the rook again to eliminate the king as a defender and take the queen. But oh, it's also just rook defense. Maybe we do go here and pick up this queen, bishop. I think that's incorrect. I see what the problem was. I think the queen and the rook are on a battery. So my initial assumption was just too strong. Queen goes here as mate, because there's a pattern where all these are covered. Wait, and then these are the two squares that are actually blocked, so just missed a mate in two. And also while we're doing that, let's go back to this one we missed. Oh, this is the one, I should have got it right. But I was just not thinking, and I didn't play the move I wanted to. Let me do something. Black to move in game. Well, this is actually simple because there's a simple principle you need to know. That there's like a box. There's a square with the pawn. So once the pawn enters this 3x3 square, the king must enter. And it's a 2x2 square instead of a 3x3 square. Right? It's 3x3, 3x3, 2x2, 2x2, 1x1, 1x1. Right? Perfect. So it means we are able to just push this pawn forward. And yeah. Hold up. 4. So the next move will be in the box of 4, next move box of 5. So we're one step ahead of the king. And you can't forget to defend, of course, and they still can't catch up. Looking at this, it's made me react weird, but hold up. I'm seeing this. This is good. This pawn can't take because checkmate. Pawn defends. Simple pattern here. So if this pawn takes, we have this pawn as a check. Should king go up? If king goes to the corner, maybe rook, the queen takes, but now there's a check here, so this is complicated. Just say this for now. Oh, we've got this. And if king can go to one of these two squares, there's a pawn here that covers this. It's getting absolutely complicated as hell. I can't see it. Let me just make sure. Yeah, seems to be working. No viewers, but it can still happen once in a while. Does this work in any world? I don't think it does. Just giving up the rook. This. Maybe. No, I don't think so. That's gonna be forced if I take with the rook. Oh, I'm assuming these don't work. I don't think we need to prove that. We just took a pawn. We have a rook and queen attacking the king. We could even trade queens, potentially. And then retreat the rook somewhere, but that's not going to be right. We got to continue the attack. I might just use the stockfish and verify this is the first correct move, and if we get stuck again, we think longer. Because it's hard to actually have the discipline and the ability to calculate everything from the beginning. Assuming this is just going to be the line. If these two happen, this is check. That should be winning. I'm hoping. Hope chess. Haha. Should chess. Shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. I can't actually see that well. Board vision, not that great yet, but it's correct. Hopefully, it's only on a depth of 9, but I mean it's main 4, and it's forced, so. I don't know, maybe we should have better vision of the board now, so we don't need to cheat yet. And it's not like illegal, right? Because I'm just improving my own chess puzzle solving abilities. No one's getting hurt ethically, morally. Like if I was doing puzzle battle, it'd be different. Like wouldn't really matter, but I've never done it before and I'm not planning on doing it because you're playing against a person is the point I'm trying to make. I'm just playing with myself, not in a weird way. So yeah, I think I'm just thinking too much. I think we just do this. And that's actually just mates. So there was a refutation I'm actually interested in. I need to... Alright. They're so greedy they won't let you analyze the puzzle you already solved. Yeah, see why people like me chess more than chess.com. I need to stop doing that. It might be annoying to some people. I'm thinking right now. Pin the knight to the king. Oh yeah, wait, no, we just take the knight, remove the defender, which is the knight, by capture, and then we fork, because doesn't work. No, there's only one defender. Here's there's one attacker. Oh, how annoying. How do I fix this problem? Is it the move order? No, but then they can just go here. So like this first might make sense then. Like this is what I want to do, but what if knight takes instead of bishop? Did I just give a bishop check? I don't think so. I could even let this one escape. So I don't know if it matters. No, it's not a pin. I was gonna say, can I just like pin it to the king? Maybe we just keep on using the stockfish, the engine, until we get to like 40. I just want to see what the answer is. We thought about it a little bit. So my first guess is correct. If we trust depth of 7. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm stupid. I'm stupid, bro. If the number of attackers and defenders is the same, need some water. If the number of attackers and defenders is the same, it doesn't matter if they have one attacker or one defender, you know? Because I'm placing on a square where it has one attacker, one defender. So it's not the type of thing where I need one net attacker, like usual. Should I move this away from me so you can see my hand movement? Okay, so. But now what do we do? I guess this. See a check, fork, but it's not a fork. How do we make it a fork? You can't defend with bishop or knight, it'll be free. What happens if they defend with rook or move? Oh, I see, maybe. I see. Bishop check instead of queen check. Because we know queen check doesn't work. So what is the best thing we could do? If you think about it from this perspective, is what you could do is replace the queen for a piece that does the exact same thing, either a rook or bishop, but in this case, bishop. Because we don't want to lose 9 points material. We want to lose 3 points material for more, like 5, like the rook. So that's going to be very simple. Fork. And that's not very simple. Chess is never simple, right? 34 is bad. Oh my god. And I can't use chess.com to figure this out, so I have to use this thing. It's amazing. So we got this move correct. Okay, I guess we're just seeing it on here first. Queen takes. If bishop takes, queen takes, queen, bishop takes, queen. Why did I not do that? I had no discipline this puzzle run. I could do puzzle streak on Lead Chess, but I think I'm just going to go into games now because I'm relatively limited time. So that makes sense. Or what I was going to say is you need to first analyze your opponent's position before you make any decisions. That's part of the evaluation process. That an evaluation is the foundation of chess. It must occur before calculation. Thinking about how to best phrase this. I have this 3 rules. Number 1, take your time. Number 2, consider your opponent's threats. 3, blunder check by visualizing. So just proper evaluation and calculation. Just what are my opponent's material count and just all the imbalances. There's a hierarchy of imbalances, and you need to apply those. Yes. Okay, I just had a really good idea for chess content, so I think I might just end this stream. I was gonna keep playing games, but we can do more streams and stuff in the future. If anybody's watching this afterwards, thank you for watching. Please subscribe.